like, subscribe, share my videos, leave comments, all that good stuff. If it's the first time, please subscribe. Or if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And it helps me out a lot with YouTube. Another thing that will help me out is if you can't finish watching the whole video, please take that slider down at the bottom and slide it all the way over to the right before you leave. That will help me out too with YouTube. Thanks a lot. Hey, today I got a topic. The only thing is I can't remember who it was that said to expound on it. It was a video I was watching. I do remember that he said that shade tree surgeon had started it. I don't want to say it unless I'm wrong. I'm thinking it was somebody, but I will put it in when I edit. If I have to do a voiceover for that, I'll do it. But anyway, it was what discontinued motorcycles do you wish they'd bring back? What discontinued motorcycles do you wish they'd bring back? Actually, I never owned a Honda Scrambler, but I did have a Yamaha YR2C, the 350 two-stroke. But I'd like it to be four-stroke if they bring it back. But bigger cubic inches would be fine. But I'd like them to be air-cooled. And Honda and Yamaha both make excellent bikes, so wish they'd both bring those back. I think they just look terrific. I thought they handled good on the road, and they were all right on the dirt. But I don't really want to ride them on the dirt other than dirt roads, forest roads, to get to places that they can't get otherwise. To see the views and interesting waterfalls and things. Take videos of that. I'd like to get there. I did it a couple of times on this road king, but I'm not really comfortable riding it on primitive dirt roads. But I'd be all right with one of those air-cooled scramblers from the 60s and 70s if they bring it back with fuel injection, of course, and electronic ignition. But air-cooled. I don't like liquid-cooled. That's just more maintenance. But like I said, I had a Yamaha YR2C. It's a 350 two-stroke. I didn't like the sound of it, but I sure loved riding it, though. Bike. And it kept getting hit in parking lots, so I ended up getting rid of it. Got the forks bent, got them straightened out once, then they got bent again about 7 or 8 months later from being hit in the parking lot at work. And thing had gotten bent, and I replaced that, but then it didn't shift real good after that. It was hard shifting. And the brake lever, the pedal part that you actually press down on it, it got broke off, so it was only about as big around as a quarter. Maybe not even that big. So I ended up getting rid of it. But I did like that bike. And another one I'd like to see brought back is the Kawasaki Z1. The one I had was a 900cc. Then a couple years later, they came out with 1000cc, and they're 4-cylinder engines, air-cooled, great touring bikes, but they were fast, really fast. They were capable of going a lot faster than you could actually ride them, because they got kind of unstable. But the fact that you could accelerate from 0 to 90 in next to no time at all, that's what I liked about it. Then it had a classic look at that time. I had 72. Oh no, that was the 750 3-cylinder that I had. That was 72. 73. And I didn't buy it until 1976. But it was a great machine. And it was pretty reliable too. I had some minor problems with the port seals on it. Well, that might have been because I was always bringing the front wheel up off the ground, and it would go. I never brought it up like that though. I'd bring it up about like that, and then it still go bam. But I never had any trouble with the engine transmission. I had to adjust the chain a lot, but as I recall, back then all the bikes were chain driven, and I was always adjusting them anyway, no matter what I had. I can't remember the specs on it, but it was a fast bike, I know that. It wasn't as fast as that 3-cylinder 750 2-stroke Kawasaki had around the same time. But I'd like to see those brought back. I don't know if I'd ever buy one though, because I don't have the disposable income anymore that I had when I was young. I was always buying bikes and cars. But I'd still like to see them brought back. That same style and look. No changes to the look. The only thing is to make them fuel injected and electronic ignition. Maybe disc brakes. Great bike. I enjoyed riding that a lot. I rode that to work, the same job, but the Yamaha kept getting hit at, and nobody hit that one. Maybe somebody didn't like the Yamaha. I think they didn't like Yamahas, I don't know. And another bike that I'd like to see brought back is a line, not an individual bike. The 2007 and forward Dynas, all but the Fat Bob and the switchback. Didn't like those two, but the rest of them, bring them all back. I liked all of them. Never thought they should have discontinued those. To me, they were the best bikes away with the anti-lock brakes that they put on later. I don't know, 2010, 11, 12, I don't know when they did it. My 13 wide glides got anti-lock brakes. And I wish it didn't. At least not on the rear brake. Anti-lock front brakes I can see a good reason to have, but not anti-lock rear brakes. It interferes with a lot of things that I like to do with the bike. But I always thought that the look of those Dynas, the Superglide, the Superglide Custom, the Street Top, and oh, the Lowrider, yeah, and the Wide Glide, I always thought they were just beautiful looking bikes. They look the way motorcycles should look. From 2007 on, they changed the frame and put the 6-speed transmission on them, and originally had 96-inch engines, and they went to 103s. I don't know if they ever put 107s on them, but the Lowrider S, the 2 years they made that, had a 110 engine on it, and I'd like to see that engine on all of them. Although the 103 that I've got, it's got plenty of power, but roar is always better. They handle so much better than the touring bikes. Now they aren't as comfortable for me anymore. Now I used to ride them on long trips after I got in my 40s anyway. And they didn't bother me then. Now after buying that 2013 Wide Glide, this road king is much more comfortable than it is. But those are the 3 types of bikes I'd like to see brought back. 3 that I've chosen. If anybody wants to expand on that, make their own videos on what they'd like to see come back, that's great. Or if you just want to leave a comment on what you'd like to see brought back, that's great too.